Hey guys, I'm currently making my video in the dining hall because, as you know, my roommate never leaves the room, so that's a little awkward, but see, there it is. And yeah, it's like really busy today because Number Fest is going on, or 12 Fest or something, and everybody likes to go early, get really drunk, see some concerts, make a large muddy mess everywhere, puke, and then come home. So apparently, that's an event that I probably won't be attending. A girl I know told me not to because she tried to attend when she's a freshman, and she said it was totally unenjoyable, completely. So yeah. Oh yeah, and there's also an admissions event going on today, so that'll be really great press for the university. Okay, so I haven't really made a video in a while, obviously. Sorry about that. But, Nate's here too. Yeah. But yeah, I trust him not to, well, pretty much everything I'll be saying is he knows about it anyway. So I guess last weekend, I went to the OSU Vet School open house, which is super sweet, because obviously you guys probably know that I want to be a vet of some kind. I don't know what, but seriously, the school is amazing. The vet clinic I work at has literally one room that we have to do everything in, and everything's kind of makeshift. You just have to move all this stuff around and try to make it work basically, but they literally have a different room for everything. There's a room for cleaning teeth, and a room for cancer treatment, and a room for x-rays, and a room for general surgeries, and a room for eye stuff, and a room for everything that you could possibly imagine. And there's even a large animal section, so they have an entire horse barn with this big horse treadmill, and yeah, they can keep pigs and stuff in there. So it's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's basically really awesome. And except for after I went, I got really stressed out because I was I don't have enough experience to get into vet school, and I haven't done all my requirements. And then I remembered that I was being stupid because I'm a freshman, and I don't actually have to apply to vet school for another couple of years. But speaking of, all of my extracurricular animal experience stuff has been going really well. So now I'm basically I'm shadowing in a vet clinic, but I'm basically vet teching, which is essentially, if you guys don't go to vet clinics often, I'm the nurse. So when you go to the doctor and the nurse comes in the waiting room and she's like, hello, are you blah blah blah, and she takes you into the room and gets all your stuff written down and takes your weight. That's pretty much me, but I have to do with the animals. And I did my own appointment today by myself and got the doctor and told him all the things. It was pretty great. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm been enjoying that a lot. Plus, the lab I work at has been having a lot of developments lately. So, Jillian, the grad student that I currently work under, is going to be graduating next year and defending her PhD dissertation over the summer. So, and then she's actually moving to North Carolina, I believe, to start her own anatomy lab at this university, which is pretty sweet. And she's really excited, obviously. But that means that I was worried about, oh my god, what am I going to do next year? Because the person I work with is leaving. So there's one grad student that's left, and her name's Jasmine, basically. And I actually did get to meet her yesterday, which was good. So, yeah, but apparently Jillian's been, talking about me to, everyone in the lab. So I actually didn't have to worry about, finding another person to work with, because all of her friends have apparently been asking if they can, have me, since she, tells them I'm, really great. And when I met Jasmine, she was like, oh my god, I'm so excited to inherit you, because I hear that you're, really great and all that stuff. And Jillian's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I've kind of been pimping you out to, everyone who works in the lab, so I hope you don't mind. I was like, I'm glad to have stuff to do. But basically, Jasmine is a first-year grad student, and she, Susan, who's the person who oversees the lab, yeah, she wanted her to do sort of like this mini version of what Jillian, the grad student I work with, is doing her like dissertation on, which obviously took like 3 years to do. Just so Jasmine and I really can get a sense of like what it's like to like conduct an experiment, write like what we have to record, what time limits like we have to set, all that kind of stuff. So it would be on like the chewing action of guinea pigs. And I know I haven't showed you guys any of the stuff I do in the lab really, but they study like chewing between kinds of animals that do like different things. So there's like carnivores and like animals that just eat fruit and like all this stuff. But basically guinea pigs have like, obviously if you've ever seen a rodent, it has those like big front teeth that kind of like go like this, and apparently they can chew with these in addition to just doing sort of like the molar action where it's like rubbing. So we'd be making like a digital model of that using guinea pigs, which would obviously be really cool because I get to have a guinea pig and I've never had one before. And I would also learn how to do surgery on it, which would be kind of interesting. So I'm really excited about that, but we'll see how things work out, obviously. Because I know Jillian said like I might want to get on Jasmine because she usually is enthusiastic about doing things, but sometimes does not follow through, which is not the best. What else was I going to talk about?
You might go into the military.
Oh yeah, basically what the OSU vet school told me when this is going back to what I was talking about before, obviously. When I went to go there is like if I want to, because like okay, apparently for grad school the government is not going to give you like any kind of aid, and there aren't really that many scholarships available in contrast to undergrad. So basically if you don't want to take out like all of your money in loans, which is like what most people do, you like basically one of your few options is to join the military. And I was like, so I might have to join the military now because yeah, there's like no other way to pay for it, which should be rough. But it actually doesn't sound that bad. You don't even have to do normal like army training kind of. You go to like this leadership conference and you have to pass a fitness test, which basically just involves like doing some push-ups. You have to run for 2 miles, and you also have to do some sit-ups. So like, while I probably cannot pass it right now, I have a number of years to make myself fit enough to do 15 push-ups or something, however much they require. So it's like, it's not that bad. It's definitely doable. Yeah, but like, I don't know how I feel about that. I definitely need to like look into other options because I'm like really not sure. Okay, wait, what else did I say? There was lab stuff.
That's cool thing.
That's cool thing.
The campaign.
Oh yeah, well okay, Nate and I and some other people that we know are involved in
60 people.
are involved in our student government is called like Student Senate, and we're involved in running for like we basically made a ticket and are running for positions on there. So that's like pretty exciting because our student government, like we've been in the news nationally because everyone there is sort of like a laughingstock. Like they just, like our last president had to resign because he was in Florida for the OU, I believe it was the football game, and like the university provided like free transportation and you could pay this fee. Well, okay, it was like for a fee they would provide like your transportation, your room and board, your ticket to the game, like all that kind of stuff, which is a really great deal, and if you want to go to Florida, like that's the way to do it, because it's really cheap. But yeah, he was like arrested down there for like resisting arrest because apparently he was so drunk that he didn't understand that the police who were asking him like what he was doing, like were trying to like, yeah, so he basically tried to like run from them when the police were like, is everything okay? Do you need help getting home? He was like, yeah, so that was like really embarrassing, obviously, and it literally got into like all these like newspapers and shit like that. So basically what our ticket wants to do is like completely change like the way our student government is run, because it's really bad, like, and everyone there is like resigning. Like I went to a student senate meeting and like while we were there I think like 4 people resigned their positions because they don't like want to be there anymore. So yeah, that's been really busy. Like we keep having to chalk everywhere and like put flyers and like, you know, Trishna, I'm sure you understand the thing, which sucks. Okay, I think that was pretty much it. I have a lot of homework. I don't like it very much. Oh yeah, at work today, Dr. T, who's like my advisor guy, who we're actually going to his house tonight for a party send-off for the seniors. He like came into the vet clinic. He was like, Charlotte, oh my god! So I got to sell him like a bag of dog food, which was exciting. But I was happy that he saw that I was like doing work, you know, and like doing my thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty much it. Shadi, I hope you had a wonderful birthday and everything. And I'm sad that we could not be together for it, and I saw you did a chicken nugget challenge, and I have to watch that because that's really funny. And yes, I was excited that someone else did that as well. So yeah, I hope all of you are doing well. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. 10-minute video. There you go. Yeah. So I hope to see all of you very soon, ASAP. And I love you and miss you all. Goodbye.